Hughes took his goal tally to 13 with a brace against Coventry a week ago yesterday. Offside again. United certainly pushing up. Hughes is a bit surprised about that. Redfern. Barrett. Marshall. Good passing, good pace. And adequate cover. Good challenge by Holden. Ritchie looking for a goalkeeper off his line. No mean effort. Scored 25 times this season. It's kept in. No, it's not. The linesman says the ball was taken out by the goalkeeper, so it's a corner. Leclerc. At the back is Hughes. Bit of a wrestling hold from Pallister. And that's for Webb, but it's covered by Barrett. Full value for their lead, Oldham Athletic. Won comfortably by Rick Holden. Takes on Phelan for the first time, really. Webb. Virtually playing as a forward now. And being covered by Barrett. Oh, look at that for confidence. Maybe overconfidence. Played Barlow into a little bit of trouble. Ince. Given against Henry. A bit of a wave of the arm that made contact. Typical of the tigerish play that he and Milligan are producing in midfield. Leclerc, Barlow with him. Easy for Henry. Not the best of clearances. And it was out before Ritchie made contact.
Well, at the moment, it's still Manchester United who are looking the more shell-shocked side. They haven't found their rhythm at all. The sort of system with Neil Webb floating around hasn't really worked. Colin Gibson playing wide today, out wide on the left, and with Mark Robins and Danny Wallace on the bench, Danny Wallace in particular, you do sort of wonder if it stays like this, you know, how long before perhaps an early change might come into play.
United throw quickly taken by Ware. Good shoulder to shoulder again with Barrett, who doesn't look as physically strong, but is matching pound for pound. And Ince complaining again. And the young man of considerable talent, Paul Ince, should really be concentrating on his game.
Jogging back there, Paul Ince, and certainly, as you say, he is a temperamental lad, and if he just concentrated on the skill he's undoubtedly got, because he looks probably as lively and as sharp as any United player, and to keep complaining about decisions is silly.
Good run by Milligan, but there's a losing battle in height with Pallister. Oldham. Free kick is against Phelan for a late contact after the ball had gone away. All right on the spot. Oldham and Marshall on the far side, Ritchie ahead of them. Oldham pulls away. Pallister. Wasn't the best of clearances by Gary Pallister. Beautiful first-time ball by Milligan. That's a teaser, and is well held. Well played by Barlow. Staked by Pallister, but he's able to recover. I would suggest that Oldham are winning about 90% of the 50-50 balls. Hughes. Barrett. Bruce. And Robson! It's 1-1! He's done it again. Including a replay, that's 4 semi-finals running in which he scored. Beautifully played through. And Robson always got a touch on it, but couldn't keep it out. Excellent first-time ball. Always may count himself a little unlucky, but Brian Robson has done it again.
Well, amazing, isn't he? There he is, a little smile, and really suddenly gets United back in a game that they were looking so edgy, and really, I suppose the selection is justified in that goal, isn't it? Neil Webb gets it, lovely touch through as Oldham try to play the offside, and there it is.
Pallister doing well to protect the lead. The comparison of stride. Here's McClare. Play on, says the referee. Not a protest from United, and rightly. That was either a first-time shot from McClare or nothing. Proved to be the latter. The boos are from the crowd. There wasn't even a raised eyebrow from United players that I saw. From McClare, but the noise is coming from the Manchester United support, and this is a testing time for Oldham in a match in which they have been dominant until Robson scored off the head of Marshall. Gibson only to Redfern, and Redfern couldn't keep it down. He had actually rather more time than he took, but that's so easy to say from up here. Joe Royle's 41st birthday been spoiled by a man he's very happy to acknowledge as a close friend, Alec Ferguson and his team. 1-1 it is. And the drama does seem to have made its way up the M6. Hughes. Corner. It's often been said that semi-finals are dull, tense affairs. Not today. Fifth corner for Manchester United, against one for Oldham. Sorry, against one. Out by Owen. Gibson popping up on the right side. Never looked likely to get the cross with the right foot. Bruce, solid challenge. Owen, Bruce again. Ritchie. Marshall is down the middle. Ritchie alongside. Marshall has Pallister for company. Well held by Martin. Milligan. Henry. Barlow. Oldham, of the Rick variety. He's away. Ince the cover man. Spoilt the cross. Couldn't deny it, but he spoilt it, did Paul Ince. Second corner for Oldham. Redfern has come across to take it. Ritchie right in front of Jim Leighton. Met by Robson. Phelan, McClare. Finds Hughes. Hughes made that the case. Too far for Webb to run. Bruce was appealing for offside with 3 United defenders behind him. United a week ago managed a second consecutive league win for the first time. I guess they won 2 on the trot. I'm not sure what the second consecutive doesn't make it 4. But they have never managed this season in all competitions to win 3 matches on the trot. First time they had 2 under their belt. They came here to Main Road and were walloped 5-1 by Manchester City. Henry, and after Henry is Holworth. Ten minutes of the half remaining, the score 1-1. Scores Barrett and Robson. This is Redfern and Bruce, and that's a corner. Marshall and Ritchie. Marshall comes a little off the line to be in line with the near post. Ritchie is blatantly pushed. Doesn't complain about it, but was certainly pushed. Leighton just got him out of the way. It's gone for another corner. And the referee, in fact, went to have a word there with Jim Leighton. At the back is Holden. But trying to get round Steve Bruce, he couldn't direct the header. Look at that. No question about it. He got away with it, and Ritchie didn't complain. Hughes, Henry. Barlow. Holden again. We've got a man over. Gibson, back by Henry, kept his eyes firmly on the ball. Gibson again. Hughes just having to work hard for his money. Would have been nice had it worked. Marshall. Challenged by Bannister, who looked the favourite. Barlow. Henry. Redfern. Goal kick.
Well, the pace hasn't slackened, has it? Oldham haven't suffered adverse reaction, having got pegged back to one apiece, and at the moment, even Stephen, with perhaps both defences working hard to make sure that not many chances created in the last few minutes.
Milligan and Robson. Ritchie and Bruce. Ritchie played Bruce and not the ball. And easy for the free kick. And I think Bruce got a bit of a knock in the face. Or was it a bit lower? Ritchie certainly turned his body to play the defender. His hair was pretty short. I talked to him in the week. I think he's had a haircut since then. Webb, not comfortable for Holden. Nice touch by McClare. Ince still. Good vision. Phelan. Barrett's header. Ritchie to the right. Bruce goes with him. Good running on by Owen. Marshall is waiting, so is Holden. This is Marshall! This is Holden. Corner, says the referee. But they got caught out down their left flank then, Manchester United, because Owen just kept running. Suddenly found he was on his own with the ball in a fair amount of space. Ritchie in front of Leighton again. Marshall just further out. Good punch, but it comes straight to Henry. Off the line by Ince. And forget that I said good punch, because it wasn't. Under pressure from Ritchie, it was a pretty poor punch, and Leighton was fairly fortunate to get away with it. Henry denied by Paul Ince. Comfortably cleared by the man on the line. Well, even so.
Well, two escapes there, really. The first one was a great run down the right by Irwin, who whipped in the cross, and Marshall's header was blocked by Pallister. And then again there, Henry, low drive. There was Paul Ince doing his job at what he was put there for on the line and hooking it away. But they do like to get the fullbacks, Irwin and Barlow, forward. And at the moment, certainly Oldham reacted better than Manchester United haven't got level, really.
Strong challenge by Ince on Henry. Phelan did well. Hughes. McClare. Webb pulls away. It's coming out to Robson! And it got deflected for the corner. United player is down. It's Brian Robson. And I think he just fell awkwardly as he came through. Webb did well here because he went one way, then pulled back, but just couldn't pull back enough. And they're all committed, the weight's all the wrong way. In comes Robson, two go to challenge him, and off one, the ball went for the corner. Driven in, and it's Ritchie who clears spectacularly after Hallworth had missed equally spectacularly. That's an awkward one. Foul on the goalkeeper by Bruce.
We're not no shortage of goalmouth incident, is there? That one, Brian Robson again surging through late, and Irwin, with a combination and a bit of help from Barrett, both got up and just blocked it. Otherwise, there was a second goal for the man himself.
Dennis Irwin. Pallister. Gibson. Webb. Beautifully won by Redfern. Good passing by Oldham. Holden. Henry. Unbelievable muddle, but Ince unties the knots. Hughes, good try, held off his man well, struck it well with the left foot. Leclerc. Gibson makes the run. Irwin goes with him. And we're into the last 2 minutes of a vigorous half. Henry, Ritchie, such a good target man, brings in so many players. Oldham have proved themselves over the season. Their cup successes may have been on their own pitch, but should be remembered, they held Everton at Goodison, they held Southampton at the Dell, and their passing quality has been noted all around. The sad things about the fact that the pitch will go is that all the youngsters who was able to watch playing on it last week will not have a place to go. One of the pluses of plastic pitches. Milligan, Ritchie, as we move into the last minute of the half. And Henry tried to spread it out. Barlow, Milligan, a quick look up first. The coming player is Michael Milligan. Not quite what Marshall intended. Webb. Ritchie. Good first touch, good use. Good cover again by Ince, and he's done a lot of that. Nice little shimmy too. But Neil Webb certainly hasn't got the pace back yet, and it's not a surprise. Just Worrell allowing a little time for the odd stoppage and injury. Occasional word in passing. A watch by Martin. Foot was high by Milligan, and the referee wants to talk to Mike Milligan. But no major problems for Gibson. That's a nasty one. And John Hallworth decided to watch it, and I think Barrett is telling him that just maybe he made the wrong decision, but he survived. Webb can take the corner. Number 7 for Manchester United. It's a lucky number for some people. Comfortably away by Owen, and it's all square with Earl Barrett opening the scoring in the 6th minute, and Bryan Robson scoring the equaliser in the 29th. Plenty of incident, all to play for. Half-time, 1-1.
Well, we've had 9 goals. I reckon we could have had about a dozen. And I'm told, my betting friends tell me, Jim, that you could have got 25-1 against a Crystal Palace Oldham final. I don't know what the price would be right now.
Well, yeah.
But a thrilling first half, I reckon, here.
It was indeed. Oldham had the appetite for it. They were encouraged by that Jim Leighton mistake early on, but they had the appetite for the physical challenges, and United weren't liking it. But they realised that they got a battle on their hands by the end of the half. The Captain Marvel got back and brought them back into the game, and so now it's anybody's guess. It's made it a better first half, dare we say, than we had this morning, but it'll have to do something to live up to it for the rest of the game.
Indeed it will. We'll look at a few of the incidents here in a minute or two, but first let's show you how Crystal Palace beat Liverpool earlier today.
Here's McMahon. Pardew. And McMahon intercepting. Rush going to the left now. Onside, Ian Rush. Liverpool take the lead. Ian Rush, the ace goal scorer, once again makes it look so easy. Palace never recovered from Pardew losing the ball in midfield to McMahon, and the penetrating pass found out the Palace defence. McMahon, who got the ball from the Palace player Pardew, slide rule ball, isn't it? They're looking for an offside, it never came, and as Nigel Martin narrowed the angle, Rush just jogged the ball past him with his left foot. Well, let's see what Palace can do about it now in the second half as they attack the Holt End here at Villa Park. John Pemberton, a lovely run early on, and a chance for Barber, and Venison, and it's a shot, and it's there by Bright! It's Mark Bright, straight from the kick-off. After John Solako's shot didn't quite get there, Bright certainly did, and Palace are level. Well, it was John Pemberton here who takes so much credit. It was an inspired run. The cross met first of all by Venison, then Solako off target, but Mark Bright hammers that left-footed into the unguarded goal. Andy Gray has placed the ball. That's his cross, and Bright's there. O'Reilly's there! Palace, are they in front? Yes, they are. And Gary O'Reilly from the back found room in the penalty area. And from the set play, which people felt would be a Palace strength, or maybe a Liverpool weakness, O'Reilly drives the ball past Grobbelaar. Staunton to Venison. Right across the goal, McMahon! Oh, it's there! It's 2-2! Steve McMahon. So the free kick now works for Liverpool, and a nice, unexpected one it was too, how they worked that. Venison's low drilled cross, it comes out to Steve McMahon, and that's a fabulous shot. Beardsley. Oh, look at this, Staunton. Penalty, Pemberton on Staunton. George Courtney has pointed the spot, and Pemberton is distraught. Well, I'm not sure about that from here. Staunton is in the box, there's no doubt about that. But was he pushed? Well, the referee couldn't have been closer, could he? Barnes scores. The goalkeeper went the right way, but the kick was true in the corner. And Liverpool lead by 3 goals to 2. Thomas. And Bright's in there. Thomas, Staunton, Gray, 3-3. Andy Gray for Palace, they're back in it. It's a free kick again, a set play, and keep your eye on number 4, Andy Gray, because when all this is over, Grobbelaar comes, doesn't make it, Thomas, Staunton, Gray, 3-3. Thorne flicked it on, and it's gone in. Pardew. 4-3 Palace. Thorne flicks it on, and somewhere out the crowd came Pardew.
You must rehearse that move a few times. How often does it come off?
Very few, even in training it doesn't come off that often, but it was a great flick on from Andy, and just right, perfect for it, so great.
Did you believe at that stage that the tie was there still to be won, or were you beginning to think in terms of a replay?
I don't know, I think when it's gone that far and so much had happened, you know, it was just like, well, let's go for it. It was a corner and you just got to gamble. I just gambled that I'd get the flick on, and there it was.
I know Stevie Coppell was saying to us earlier in the week, well, we're not afraid, we go out there and play, and if we get beat, we get beat. That didn't sound too upbeat to me. Did you really think you could win it before you came here?
Well, of course we did. I mean, we never go out any games to go out there and lose. I mean, we just went out there and done our best.
But you did have a bit of a history against Liverpool.
Well, they beat us 9-0. I suppose that's what you're referring to, but it didn't matter today, did it? 4-3.
Gary, congratulations. That was some semi-final.
Thank you very much. I think we deserved the win. They made it very hard for us.
What about your goal? How many of those do you get in the season?
I suppose it's not hard to